going for a walk. I I I wasn't trying to cause problems for people, and I ended up causing problems for people, like I always seem to end up doing. So I pissed a couple of people off, as per usual. So I decided to go for a very, very long walk, and I'm not gonna bother turning back or whatever. I just need to go for a very, very long walk. My phone is about, it's at like 30 something percent, so it's not gonna last very long. I do have a destination, at least one in mind, which I probably passed, to be honest, the road I was supposed to turn on, because I haven't been paying attention. Whatever. I got distracted. I wasn't paying attention, but it's whatever. Alright. But anyways, happy Easter to everybody. I hope everybody has had a good day, or at least a good weekend so far. Sorry about the background noise. But yeah. Sorry about the phone shaking as well. I'm not very good when it comes to holding it while I walk. So, yeah. I was gonna go and shave my beard, but I'm not gonna be able to yet. If I keep going, I think I did in fact pass where I'm supposed to turn. Alright, I'm turning around. I think the lights that I passed, like before I even streamed, or I started streaming, pretty sure that's where I was supposed to turn, so I'm gonna turn back real quick and see if I can turn there, but yeah. But yesterday I ended up going somewhere. I had a lot of fun. I saw the Mario Galaxy movie yesterday, and I actually enjoyed it quite a bit, to be honest. America. Also, hello, Tony. But yeah, I watched the Mario Galaxy movie, and honestly, I actually enjoyed it. The movie theater I went to, they had these seats where, like, every time the camera would move around, or, Kansas. But yeah, every time that, like, the characters would go and get wet, it would spray water at you. Every time that you're going in, like a wind tunnel, or they scream at you in the movie, a gust of air would come at you, which was cool. So it was definitely my first time being at a theater like that, where they do that kind of stuff. Yeah, hello everybody. Sorry about the background noise. How many of you guys have watched the Mario Galaxy movie, just out of curiosity? I'm not sure how well received it was for a lot of people. I know there was a lot of complaints about certain things, but that's among critics or whatever. I don't know if that's really a common opinion. Does anyone walk in America? I thought everyone would go in a car. No, I prefer walking. People get mad that I walk. People want me to take a bus or whatever, but no. I'd much prefer walking. Hell, I would even go walking even when it's the middle of a blizzard or something. I don't really care about the weather. But I do think I am lost though, because it's like 60s right now, but it feels a lot hotter than that, to be honest. Honestly, no, I don't work on weekends. I work on weekdays, but I just wanted to go for a walk. I mean, yesterday I didn't really go for much of a walk, even though I wanted to. So might as well take today and get a pretty long walk. And it's gonna be a long walk. It's not like it's gonna be like a 30-minute walk or whatever. No. Yep. I appreciate that. But yeah, I hope you all have had a good weekend so far. Yep, you as well. Happy Easter. I haven't really celebrated very many Easters with people, so today I was able to celebrate Easter with some people, which was nice. It's not something I get to do very often. I also haven't really celebrated birthdays or Christmases in a very long time, and so recently I was able to do that too, thankfully. But definitely a weird experience to be able to celebrate holidays with people, because that's not what I'm used to. I'm from India. Are you planning to come here? India? If I had money, I'd definitely be going places. But unfortunately, I do not have money to go anywhere really. Hell, I don't even have money to really have like live at anywhere. I'm still trying to find a place to live, so I have to find a place to live first before I can really go and visit other countries. I will say this breeze that's happening right now is really, really nice. I will say this, alright, since you did mention about me going to visiting other countries, alright. If I were to go and visit any country, yeah, they have cheese everywhere. I've always wanted to visit Japan. And oddly enough, for no reason apparently, I want to visit Italy. Which I guess is just weird, but yeah. Italy and Japan are like two places I want to visit. Sorry. But yeah, sorry about the weird live stream that I'm doing. I don't pink. What's pink? Are you pink? Am I pink? I don't know what question you're referring to. I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't usually do a live stream like this, so I am sorry. It's a bit weird, to be honest. I usually record videos when I'm going for a walk for YouTube, and then most of the time, like 90% of the time, I don't upload it at all. And the only reason why I don't upload them is just because I only ever record videos just to occupy my time while I'm walking, because I need something to occupy my time while I'm walking. But this time around, I for some reason, I just made the decision to stream instead of record. So I hope that's okay. But yeah, for people who are here who aren't subbed to my channel, hi. My name is ZDZMA, technically. My online name is Zyrath. I am currently in a state of my life where I'm currently trying to find a place to live, and I don't really have access to my computer. So lately, the last many months, I've been uploading a lot of phone recordings. So, but normally I don't record this kind of stuff. It's just where I'm at this point in life. But I do a lot of Pokemon stuff. Zelda. I used to do a lot of Baldur's Gate 3, Call of Duty stuff. I would try out different kind of games as well. There were game recommendations that I had from people that I would try to do, and I suck at every single game that I play. I can tell you right now, all the games that I used to be at least decent at, I've only gotten worse over time. For example, Call of Duty. My favorite Call of Duty to play online with, multiplayer, is apparently everybody's least favorite. So my opinion on my favorite is apparently an extremely controversial opinion. No, it's not Vanguard. I actually hate Vanguard. I'm sorry. Oops, someone's behind me. But yeah, they're another example actually of a game. In fact, I'll actually tell you what this one is. Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil 6. Alright, that is my favorite Resident Evil game. I know it's everybody's least favorite because it doesn't follow the normal, like, what do you want to call it? Play style, I guess, because it's more, also Hello Bridge. But I know it's like more action. It's not as like horror, I guess. Less survival. But I liked it. I liked it a lot more. Now, I've only ever played and finished Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake, Resident Evil 4 Original, and Resident Evil 5, as well as 6. I played Resident Evil 6. I thought I finished it. Turns out I didn't finish it. Because I got to a point, I thought that was the end of the game. I'm like, alright, we're done. But no, it turns out there was an entire extra section that I completely, like, more to the game, and I didn't realize it. So, yeah, I didn't realize it at first, but the problem is, it was on a PlayStation 4 that I don't have access to anymore. So if I ever play the game, I have to start over. Which, to be honest, that is something I kind of want to do. Like, because all of this was on Twitch. I want to go through all the Resident Evil games preferably the remakes. Sorry. But I want to go through them and record videos for YouTube at some point in the future. It won't be anytime soon, obviously, because of my living situation, but that is something I want to do. But yeah, I think I played a little bit of Village, but I didn't beat it, obviously. I didn't get very far in it. Hello, Teresa. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, there's quite a few games on my channel that I would start recording, do playthroughs of it, and then I'm never able to finish playthroughs because of various different reasons. Whether my PC had a factory reset and I had to start over, which because I had to start over, I just don't finish it. Or start, whatever. But or there's some situations where I'll record a series and then there's a bug that, more specifically my Pokemon Crystal series, there was a bug that prevented me from going further. It wouldn't trigger an event that would allow me to progress, and I didn't want to use like cheats. Also, yeah, happy Easter Sunday to you as well, Teresa. But yeah, I didn't want to use cheats, so I just never finished the game, and I just moved on to Pokemon Emerald. I think there's a stray dog or a stray cat over there. Looks like a dog with a tail. I don't know. It's too far away to see. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, I have two separate playthroughs on my channel. The reason why my first playthrough didn't finish is because of I had a factory reset my computer, and that was one of the playthroughs that I was working on at the time, so I had to start over. And I didn't mind starting over on that game. I enjoyed that game. I love Baldur's Gate 3. But I had to start over. My original playthrough was a druid, and I was playing good, like a good character. I wasn't playing evil or anything like that. But since I had to start over, I'm like, you know what? I'll flip it around. Let's go evil. And so I did. I went evil, and that was my second playthrough. And I got way, way farther on my second playthrough. In fact, I was towards the end of it. The only reason why... Which state? Kansas. The only reason why I didn't finish is because my computer is really, really bad. There's a lot of problems with it. And because there's a lot of problems with it, it's hard to play certain games. Well, Baldur's Gate 3, once I got towards the end of the game, it started lagging a lot, specifically in Baldur's Gate. So it got really bad. I'm trying to move along. Next thing I know, my party members stopped following me. People are walking in place. I could still move around, but the game wouldn't load along with me. I have to stop moving, wait for the game to finally load and catch up. And it was happening a lot. It was getting worse and worse as I kept playing. Then eventually, I just stopped because it was really, really bad. My computer could not handle how big and massive Baldur's Gate, the city, was. So I never finished the game. I was so far into the game. I was close to the very, very end. And unfortunately, I have a lot of games on my channel that are like that, where they don't end because of issues with my PC, the game itself, whatever. There's only one exception to that, and that's Pokemon Yellow. I said hi to you as well. I'm guessing you didn't hear my response. But yeah, Yellow, or Pokemon Yellow is my only exception to what I mentioned. I actually raged at the game. I was stuck at the Elite Four so many times. I was redoing it over and over and over again. There were so many videos of me attempting to beat the Elite Four. No matter how over leveled I became, I couldn't beat them. And I even tried to grind off camera, because that's just a lot of videos wasting time of, stuff. And I spent several hours grinding in that game. All my Pokemon were super high, and I tried to fight the Elite Four again. And I got my ass kicked so hard. I could not do anything. It was frustrating. So that's one of the games that I ended up rage quitting, and I never finished. So, oops. Currently, I am doing a playthrough of Pokemon Soul Silver. I'm also doing my Fire Red Nuzlocke. I am taking a small break from the Nuzlocke though. So, yeah. Sorry. But yeah, I'm taking a small break from the Nuzlocke. So it's just a small break. This week, actually, the entire, because I only upload videos on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So, this week entirely, all I have is just Soul Silver. But yeah, sorry about all the cars and stuff. I'm walking on a sidewalk. There's a lot of vehicles. It's a very heavily trafficked road. So I am sorry for that. But yeah, my Twitch channel I don't have access to anymore, because the email associated with it no longer exists, and I can't change the email. I can't even access the account to change anything or whatever. So I had to make a brand new Twitch, and I'm gonna wait a little bit longer just to stream on there. I have done a couple of streams, but as of right now, I don't really have anything worth streaming on it. I streamed Call of Duty Mobile a couple of times, but that was about it. Which, speaking of, I'm having problems figuring it out. I've done it before, I just forgot how I did it. How do I stream games on my phone? Because for some reason, YouTube doesn't give me the option to switch the camera view to screen share. I don't know why. It used to be a thing that I could do, and then all of a sudden now, after an update they have, it's not an option anymore. So I don't know if they removed it or if they made it so it's a different way to do it now. I don't know, but definitely not something that I can do. Oh, how much further do I have to get to California Avenue? It also doesn't help that I can't see very well. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, I want to stream on here games, but unfortunately I can't figure out, since they've changed things. The last time I have streamed on YouTube, like a game, was... Actually, I don't think I've ever... Besides on console, I'm talking on mobile. So the last time I've done it, I don't think I've actually ever streamed on mobile, now that I think about it. I've always streamed on mobile on Twitch. Yeah. Okay. So then that would actually explain why I can't figure it out, because I've never actually done it before. Oops, I'm dumb. I am dumb. My bad. I am curious though, for the people that are currently still here, what is your favorite video game of all time? Doesn't matter what console or with its PC, it doesn't matter what it's on. What is your favorite video game of all time? Now, for me, it would be a very, very hard one, because I don't actually know. I actually don't know what my favorite would be, like, of all time. You know what? I'll do this, right? I'll tell you my favorite franchise for each console system. Now, this doesn't mean that they're exclusive to that console. It just means that that's what I play on, and I enjoyed it on that console. So the first one would be Nintendo. My very favorite franchise of all time on Nintendo would be The Legend of Zelda. In fact, my number one favorite Zelda game of all time is Twilight Princess. And that's for the 3D games. When you go 2D, top down, my favorite is The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap, which I don't know why, I love that game a lot. I think that might be the one game that I have been the closest to 100%ing. It was literally just one thing left I had to do to beat the game, or to 100% it, and I didn't get that one thing. But yeah, if I would have gotten that one last thing, I would have 100%ed the game. So I'm disappointed that I never did 100% the game, but it is what it is. For Xbox, for a while, back in the good old days, my favorite franchise used to be Halo. And then it was Gears of War. But I kind of stopped liking Halo at a certain point. It just became less fun. I would say this isn't exclusive to Xbox, but my favorite franchise that I have played on the Xbox would have to be Splinter Cell. Which I guess is a hot take, because a lot of people apparently that I know don't like Splinter Cell. So, oops. My favorite franchise that I have played on PlayStation. Hello, dog. Hang on. Woof, 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 woof. The big dog. But my favorite franchise on PlayStation would have to be... I played this franchise on multiple consoles, including PC. But my favorite on PlayStation would have to be... You know what? No, I'm not going to give this game a PlayStation as a fave. My favorite franchise that I played on PlayStation would have to be The Last of Us. I was about to say something else, but I realized, you know what, I'm saving that for something else. So yeah, The Last of Us would actually be my favorite on PlayStation. And then PC, I don't really... There really isn't anything on PC that I have played that would be considered my favorite franchise, or even my favorite in general. Because, spoiler alert, 90% of the shit that I have played on my PC were things that I have played through emulators or unofficial. Cough, cough. Sorry. But Otherwise, of the percentage that I played that wasn't that were actually paid for, and not played through cough means, I would probably say none of those games were really games that I enjoyed. In fact, a lot of those games were gifted to me. I think one of them I actually did enjoy. I enjoyed the game for a short period. I streamed it on Twitch. I forgot the name of it. But it was like a tower defense game of some kind. I forgot what it was. It keeps disconnecting. I'm to get their Call of Duty. I'm sorry. I'm not as big of a fan as a lot of the newer ones. I have not played Black Ops 7. But I still enjoy Call of Duty just in general, just not as much, and for different reasons. So it is what it is. If you were to go based on the newer stuff, ever since 2019, I enjoyed Black Ops Cold War a lot. I think that was one of my favorites of the newer stuff. In fact, I would say that, in my opinion, there's like 4 generations of COD. And if you go based on the second generation, which is when I first started playing, that's like, what was it? World at War, Modern Warfare 2, the 2009 version, Black Ops, like that era is when I started playing Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2 was my very, very first Call of Duty game I've ever played on the and it was on the 360. That's what got me into playing Call of Duty to begin with. I loved the multiplayer. I played the multiplayer first, and then like later on, I played the campaign, but I love that game. I would say of that time, my favorite of that generation would be Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 2. And then Modern Warfare 3 of that generation was also like a top 3 of that gen. Generation 3, which is a lot of the newer stuff, not new, but like, I want to say after Black Ops 2, once you start doing sci-fi stuff, like Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, everything up until 2019, I would consider to be Generation 3. So World War II is my favorite of that one, and I know that's everybody's least favorite. People didn't like that one at all. Multiplayer specifically, I loved World War II. I played it when it came out. People were constantly complaining about issues that they were having, but the same issues that they were having, I didn't have at all. They were having issues connecting. They were having issues with, I forgot what it's called, but it's the little area that you would go to like go to the pit or enter different modes, interact with people. I forgot what it's called, but people were complaining about having issues there. I never had issues. Certain issues with maps, certain issues with weapons, the riot shield. Hell, I was playing before the riot shield even came out, because originally the riot shield wasn't a thing. In fact, originally there were certain things that you could only use, attachments and things, depending on what class you were playing. And then they changed it and made it so everybody could access it regardless of what class, which, honestly, the way it was originally felt more like they were trying to kind of do what Battlefield was doing at one point. There's that alarm going off. There's an alarm going off at this facility here. I'm not sure if you could hear it, but what is this facility even? I don't know. But yeah, so anyways, there's my favorites. I am going to end the stream because my phone kept disconnecting and I don't know where my battery is at. I can't see it while I'm streaming, but I hope everybody has a good rest of their weekend. Again, happy Easter to everybody. Stay safe. And, yeah, until next time, adios. Sorry about my camera.